What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. My name is D-Free, and in this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about training characters. I wanted to go over some of the basics, so I'm going to be doing a few, I want to say a few, maybe just like a handful of guide videos over the course like the next couple of days, just trying to give you guys some information because I do get a lot of common questions and stuff like that. So as you know, the game is out in certain regions. It's still being funneled out. I believe I heard, don't quote me, but I heard from a friend of mine that it's now available in Canada without VPN. So keep that in mind, or like any uses of APKs or anything like that. So that being said, hope you guys enjoy. If you do, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more content on Dragon Ball Legends. And Dragon Ball is not the only thing I do, but you know, it's most prominent on my channel. So keep that in mind. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about characters. So first and foremost, right now, and I want to try to make sure that I provide this information to you guys, but I also want to make sure that you guys are aware that if you watch this in the future, if the video gets dated, there might be more ways to get some of this stuff done, of course, down the line, like a year from now, right? But anyways, as you see, I have a team full of 300 characters, right? Now, 300 is not the maximum, right? But right now it is, because we can't get those soul boosts. If you come across anybody in PvP right now, again, dated in the future, this will not matter in the future, won't be relevant. But if you come across anybody in PvP over 300, that's a bot. That's not, there's no way to get those super souls to get the characters beyond 300. So right now, 300 is the maximum. So when it comes to the characters, one of the things that I do want to point out is we have the option to train. Now, when it comes to training, I can't tell you anything about this right now. I'm assuming that there will be other training locations, such as the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, but I can't tell you anything about this because this simply doesn't exist right now, or the experience values or anything like that. So what I can tell you is experience training. So when it comes down to it, we have access to the wasteland and the plains. Now there are different types of equipments that you can use. We have these cinder block thingies up here, whatever those are, and then we have, these are probably armbands, I don't know, but these items, there are going to be other items. I believe in the beta there was like some milk cartons and stuff like that, and of course different items and different amounts of the item used. As you see, the bottom one is 3 and then 2 and then 1. Different amounts mean different amounts of experience. It's kind of like a bang for your buck type of deal. You would, if you can, want to go for more training at one time just to kind of get everything done. So keep that in mind. But yes, this is how you would go about training your characters traditionally. Now, I want to point out that there are other ways to get characters improved, but before I do that, I want to talk about the training equipment. Now, like I said, there will be more in the future. There's also going to be that limited training thing, but if you're wondering how you go ahead and get that, there's several ways right now to get this stuff in your game. So first and foremost, by playing PvP, and you can kind of come over here, you can go to PvP section, and you can get the training items from here if you would like to. You get these rare medals from PvP rank rewards when the season is done. Also, you get them by various missions, right? There's various missions. There's also daily missions that reward them, so you can get them there. I think that's probably the least efficient way in my mind, because I think there's better uses of those just personally, but it's your game, use whatever you would like. Otherwise, you can get them by using adventures. Adventures are probably the easiest, most consistent way. Of course, better rarity adventures might reward you better rewards, but you can take them on and get them from here. So that's another way to get them. I think this is where I get most of mine, but last but not least, there are ways you can get them from story or just by first-time completion. So like if we come over here, first-time completion rewards are a thing. This one doesn't necessarily reward a training item, but some of the stages will. This one, you know, this one doesn't have one, but it does also have a training item. So if you were to rerun this stage, you would you would get training weights. So what I typically do right now is I personally run the last couple of stages, and the reason being is because this one awards several things. You have a chance for a mission drop, which helps in getting training items in Zenny and stuff like that. Also, you have the chance of getting these weights, so that helps out tremendously. So I typically run this one a lot, but another thing that this stage is good for is taking a dummy team, not this one, but a team like this, that you need to, they're all kind of boosted, I guess, now. There are a lot of same characters, but a team like this, right? You see I have some characters that need to get some work done. Don't sleep on your characters. Work on all of them because they're all different scenarios. They're all pretty good. Even the Cybermen, right? You wouldn't think about it. But, you know, I would take a team like this and take on the last stages, and if you use the character in battle, you typically get a lot of experience. And I'm going to show you really quick, just a brief run through. So I'm actually going to avoid using the Cybermen just for comparison's sake. And when this is done, watch how much experience in relation to the Cyberman Vegeta gets. And of course, this will be more impactful when more story stages come out in the future. You know, later stages, just like any other game, later stages will be better for getting more experience on your characters. So let's go ahead and do that. And you can actually, when your characters are high enough leveled, like mine is right now, you can kind of just, that was honestly a waste, but you can kind of run through these a lot faster. You can get to a point where you start just knocking these guys out just a few hits, especially if you rerun some of the older stages, like from the beginning of the story with your level 300 characters and stuff. You can kind of just knock this stuff out really, really fast. So we're going to swap to Vegeta just because. Okay, so we're going to let Vegeta probably finish off Raditz here. Maybe not. I think I wish I had more energy, but almost. Or okay. Okay, cool. All right, Raditz, I see you, boy. I see you. I think we got him here, though. Yeah, we got him. Okay. So watch how much experience Vegeta gets versus Raditz. Not that he had to be in the battle. You just have to deploy him as part of your team. I never had to switch to Vegeta to get this. Even though Vegeta's a higher level, watch him grow more levels. You see, the Cybermen didn't really get much. And I also got a training item drop. So it's kind of like a two-folded way. I spent a lot of time doing this. It's very helpful. And you deploy the characters that you would like. Now, unfortunately, some stages lock a character on there. Like, I think this one locks a Gohan on your team. The final stage does not do that. But the final stage, in my opinion, just wasn't as good for what I wanted done. So the final stage here, it actually does lock Gohan. Never mind. Now, I don't particularly care, so I'm going to get in and immediately exit it. But that's basically how you go about getting training items. Now, one other thing that I do want to talk about is training partners. Now, there is no way right now to use a training partner, but I can assure you, we're going to just kind of get out of here. I know it's a waste of stamina or whatever, but still, I really don't care. I'm not going to make you guys sit through that twice. But if we come over here, and I come back to this a lot because this area has a lot of helpful things that are not necessarily a part of the game yet. So there's supposed to be, in the future, a way to use training partners. You can set up to 5 training partners depending on the training grounds. More partners give better results. Some have special affinities. So this can be really in-depth, like different affinities, meaning different bonuses and training and different amounts of experience gained. So in the future, this will be very, very helpful when it comes to training your characters. So just a brief recap. There are different training ways. Like I said, training items. I went over how to get training items from story stage drops, from missions or adventures, excuse me. Also, missions, I believe, would drop some training items every now and again, like daily missions and stuff, so keep that in mind. Also, exchange at the PvP. Those are all the ways right now that you can get them. Otherwise, training, just try to get your characters boosted. And you have to spend the time, run the stages, because the last couple of stages are the best for experience. Make sure you deploy the character as a part of your 3-man team as well, and you'd be good to go. So that's basically it. And then in the future, we'll have the limited training. We'll have access to more training items that, of course, will yield better results. And we will have access to different ways to train, such as with partners and stuff. So hope this was helpful. If it was, make sure you leave a thumbs up on the video. I'm sorry if this is all information you knew, but trust me, there's somebody that didn't know all this stuff. So if you did enjoy it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Anyways, have an awesome day, and I will catch you guys in the next Dragon Ball Legends video. Take it easy, guys.